Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. It's officially winning time in the NFL. In today's wildcard matchup, victory is the only option for these two teams. It's the Cowboys going up against the Rams. With that, we're once again off to L.A. We're standing by. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Well, Larry, there's a new stadium set to open in Inglewood in 2019, but for now, we're in the heart of the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Rams. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp. The season to get
win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This is fielded at the goal line, and he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the former Mississippi State product, the mobile quarterback Dak Prescott. They come out here in the eye. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
3 yards remaining here on 2nd down. They go to Elliott again. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Fresh set of downs here. A give to Elliott. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
2nd down following the run. They'll try to throw now. Prescott going up top. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. These coaches told us they wanted to take the top off this defense. They wanted to be able to stretch them downfield. They showed it pretty well there.
And they knew that if they were able to do that, it would open up everything else. But how did they truly get it done? Practice in the previous week, making sure they had a plan, fine-tuned before they put it into effect in the game.
So we've got encroachment, and that's a free 5 yards.
Too easy for the offense. A bit of impatience by the defense on that one.
Still first down.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. Shreds the tackle, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
A first carry now for Kenneth Dixon. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On second down, Elliott. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Yards to go for the offense. First down and goal from that 5-yard line. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. The defense here for the Rams.
Desmond Trufant has made a great reputation in a short amount of time in the NFL. A lockdown corner that most teams don't attempt to try.
A second down throw for Prescott. His pass caught at the 4. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's third and goal.
Let's go!
Prescott on third and goal. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott from 6 yards away. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. A 10-play drive that time. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
While in college, quarterback teams that improved their win total from 1 his freshman year to 5 his sophomore year to 8 his junior year. Love that type of improvement. Love that type of diligence.
Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They run again with Jackson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be third down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
To throw is gone. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jalen Smith coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here comes the Rams punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is brought in at the 21. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Rams defense, we watch them get set to go. And it's the first quarter, but they gave up the score last time. How important is it here not to fall 2 scores behind?
Extremely important, because not only are you trying to avoid being in a big deficit to start this game off, you also want to get into a pattern where that offense has the advantage. You've got to find a way to turn things around. This is the series to begin that.
Yeah, we'll see if they can keep them off the scoreboard here for a second time. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That was a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. They come out here in the eye. On 2nd down, it's Dixon. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Prescott to throw it. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And down inside the 15 he goes. So the offense has it 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 5 at the 4. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And from the 9-yard line now, it's 1st and goal. Now Elliott, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Surveying the field. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down in offense.
An extra defensive back on the field here for third and goal.
Here we go.
Prescott from the gun on third. That's caught at the 1. Give him 6 on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on fourth and goal.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets a tone for the offense.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. On second down, here's Goff. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. Yeah. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
They'll run it with Jackson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. He'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down. Third down and 12.
I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. Here comes the Rams punter now. So 1 quarter in the books here the opening weekend of the NFC playoffs. 10-zip our score. We're back to Southern California right after this.
This presentation of the...
Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. Now Dak Prescott and the offense heading back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of it. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Partner, that defensive win reminds me of something a coach of mine used to say all the time. If you really want it, you'll find a way to go get it. And the defense did exactly that.
Again, it's Elliott. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Jeffrey with a catch left side. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on third. Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defensive position, and he just gets taken out.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Elliott. Oh, he bowls over him. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 11.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
A dump off to Elliott. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
On first down, they go with Dixon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Great play there off the end. Question, Charles, in a 4-3, you hear about the D tackles a lot. What's the role of the ends?
What they want to do is control the edges of the defense. And you always hear about an offense talking about setting the edge in the running game. Well, the defense wants to do exactly the same thing. And the defensive end, often against an offensive tackle, sometimes a tight end, they can't let themselves get hooked and let a running back get outside. Because if they do that, that hurts the integrity of the defense overall.
My man, the encyclopedia.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front, they moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Let's go! Here's Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Oh, he shifts past him. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. A first down carry by Elliott. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Michael Brocker's in on the stop.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
A second down throw for Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now Dixon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think of run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. Prescott now on 2nd down. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Trying to pound it in with Dixon. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the 2nd quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So it was a drive that seemed to go on for an eternity, forever. Our sponsors were probably saying, hey, we need to get our products in here on these commercials. But after all of that, 3 points is the result.
Yeah, it's hard to say who came out ahead there, isn't it? On one hand, you kept the defense out there a long time. But after controlling the ball for so long and just moving the ball incrementally down the field, a field goal seems like a bad result.
Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now it's Jackson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Here's Goff. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield. for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on 2nd down. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. 3rd and long. It's Goff. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
.44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On the ground, this is Jackson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Larry Ridley at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
On 2nd down, here's Goff. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And the spin looked pretty, but more for style points as the real estate evaporated quickly there. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Goff now to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
On 1st down, Goff. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Let's go! 3-19!
Again, Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action.
Hey, Mike 25. Mike 54.
A first throw for the backup, Ryan. His pass caught at the 4. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Ryan, and this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Their big tight end in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point attempt to come here. And that'll make it 13-7. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report. Here's Larry Ridley.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. It's been a tightly contested playoff game, and it's fair to say both are playing smart football. Neither team has turned the football over, and so it may come down to who makes that one costly mistake. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Midway through the first, Smith's going to get the quarterback here. This will go for a loss of 8. Now till late in the second. Defense will get to the QB here. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. Still late in the first half. Tight coverage here, but the completion is made, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown. This cuts the deficit to 6. So that's all for us here at the EA Sports Studio. We'll get you back out to the field now for some more playoff action.
Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On second down, here's Ryan. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On the run, this is Jackson. And he stopped immediately there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. Now Ryan on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Defense.
Certainly some contact there, and that's why there's a penalty on the defender for pass interference.
So hard to time it up for a defender to hit the receiver when the ball arrives. Got there a little bit early on that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Second down, 8. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On second down, Ryan. And this one's incomplete. Michael Pruitt, the big tight end, his intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Ryan. He's got time. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's a foot race. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
And they will line up now for the 2-point try.
Check.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. 2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. Throwing right, and that's complete. Touchdown, LA! Their dangerous wide receiver, 76 yards. And the Rams have got this back to a 1-score game. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get the top speed and complete that play.
Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Prescott on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
That was a tremendous play by the defensive line. We always talk about leverage versus any play. How about versus the draw? Underneath, they get into the backfield and make a big-time play.
Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. From the shotgun, Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Third down now following the completed pass.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try to open things up in the run game.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. So 3rd and 20, defense in the nickel.
Surprised they didn't go with 6 DBs, the dime look.
Ryan finding time. He's got a rifle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Pass interference. Defense.
Well, they have the yards anyway, so they're going to decline the penalty. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way.
From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And now a first down following that long gain. On first down, Ryan. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them. Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, It used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Simple slant route, and partner, really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Again, Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's got daylight. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now Prescott over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on. When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
Prescott now on second down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves. The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Surveying the field. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Now Ryan on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
And the offense facing a 3rd and 6.
Hey. 4 down.
On 3rd down, Ryan. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. A pickup of 11, and it moves the chains.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position. One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When the receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
The pigskin on the 7-yard line now. It's 1st and goal. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And here now it's 2nd and goal, ball on the 7-yard line. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Ryan. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Their big tight end. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Second down now after the pass completion. One receiver right, that's Jeffrey. A second down throw for Prescott. Funches with a catch over the middle. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Second down, Prescott. And that's incomplete.
Holding offense.
So holding by the offense and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. 3rd and long for Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Odell Beckham, 36 yards. And the Rams have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Well, we've seen some lead changes, and it certainly appeared that one of these squads was in full control of the game, but that's not the case after that touchdown.
And they erase a 2 TD deficit here to grab the lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt in territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Let's go.
On second down, Prescott again. Caught right side, it's Jeffrey. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
A gain of 8 and a first down.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So this brings up a 2nd and 2. Now Ryan on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. 3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You're able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Take it at the 37. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked somewhere else, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll look to throw. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. Back to throw. Deep drop. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Drops it underneath to Dixon. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
And Jeffrey's got it. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. He'll look to throw. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. He's back to throw. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Throwing. Prescott. This will be caught just inside the 10. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And now they're in the hurry-up. And he'll spike it with 16 seconds remaining. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Looking to throw. Prescott. A dump off for Dixon. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where